What's up, everybody? Really quickly, I'm going to show you the updated version of Mod Studio. We've been showing you Mod Studio Lite, and I've been telling you that it's nothing like the main studio. Mod Studio Lite was built on a Google Web Viewer platform, and Mod Studio, the main version, is built on Unity. Completely different beast, completely different worlds. This is, like totally another level. All right, so I've been telling you guys about that. We're getting ready to release this. This is kind of our proof of concept right here. We have most of our features and everything available. We're going through some testing. We're adding in our models and all of our materials and all that cool stuff over the next couple weeks, and then we will be going live as planned. So can't wait to do that, but for now I'm just going to show you how to utilize this Mod Studio and what to look forward to. Okay, down here, this little area, test models, ignore that for now. That's just because we don't have our main items uploaded yet. But what to notice is, first here, when I hover over this, notice that the whole object is outlined in red. That is because there is one mesh with this object. Sometimes we'll have an object, say this glass part might be its own mesh, and then the metal part might be its own mesh, and then the tubes might be its own mesh. And what that would mean is that you could edit each part separately. For the sake of this demo, this is all one mesh. And so over here in the left-hand column, you see that there's just that one mesh there. If it was an item that had like 4 meshes, then you would see 4 different meshes here that could all be edited separately. For the sake of the demo, it's just one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and you see 2 things. You see textures and materials. The material is what this thing is made out of, and the texture is what's the paint job look like? Like what actually goes on it to make it give its design. So like these lights in here, this little honeycomb look, the scratch fill, all that stuff, that's the paint. And if you come over here to texture, you could actually see all of that painted right here. It's just a 2D image. And you can edit those textures and paint it, and that gives its paint job. And then down here in the materials, you could actually change the material that the item is made out of. Now, materials contain textures. However, you could edit a texture, the base texture, to give it its paint job over the material. So say we have a snakeskin material. This item is made out of snakeskin. Well, we could still put this paint job on top of that snakeskin. Or if it was a rough metal, or if it was a shiny metal, or whatever the PBR texture material is that we choose from right here, the paint job will go on top of that. So you have your texture, and then you have your material. And you'll be able to edit those for each different piece of the item, each different mesh of the item. So really cool, very easy. It's not hard at all. You can just upload your own designs, put them on there, pick the textures, and then you have your model. You could change the model's base color. So say I want to make it, say, this bright yellow. I can do that for whatever reason I want to. And then I could save it. I could be done right now. I could be done modeling it or editing it, and then I could download, I could publish it, or I could save it into my account. If I download it, it's just going to download the 3D model, so I could take it elsewhere and utilize it. If I publish it, it's going to publish it onto Polygon for right now. And then if I save it, it's going to save it into my account, so I can open it up later and utilize it and edit it again. Okay, so those 3 features there. Over here on the left hand of the top menu, we have our environment. So in our environment is where we can do things like, for one, turn on light mode or dark mode. I'm a lover of dark mode, so I'm going to leave that on. Background, this is for the viewer. It's not just the background, it's actually the scene of the viewer. So if I turn that whole background red, notice that my model got red as well. My model is yellow. Well, that happens because it's like putting my model in a box and shining a light in there. And the light is going to reflect the model shadow on the background, but it also reflect the background's color onto the model. And that's what's happening here. So that to deal with that, you change the lighting. You could change the lighting however you want, or turn the lighting all the way off. Now you will get some reflection in there because you have a red background, and it's a skybox is ultimately what it is. It's the environment that the object is in. I could also not have a background. I could just turn it gray or white or whatever color I want, or I could choose a skybox image back there, so now it's in an actual environment. So skyboxes are really cool to get really good looks, realistic lighting and reflections and all that cool stuff. All right, and then I could save it. When I save it, or excuse me, take a picture of it. When I take a picture of it, it takes me it takes a render of this viewport. It's basically a screenshot of the viewport. And so I can move it around, take a picture, move it around, take a picture, move it around, take a picture, and I'm getting my different marketing images as well. To get an idea of what that looks like, because that feature is not working right now, is I'm gonna click save right here, and you can see that it just took a screenshot of my item. It's a high definition screenshot, basically a high definition rendering of what the item looks like in that viewport. All right, so that's cool. That's all. That's Mod Studio. That's Mod Studio coming really soon. We're gonna have hundreds of items for you guys to modify in here, and soon to be thousands of items. But when we release, we'll have hundreds of items that you guys could choose to modify that could be used for different metaverse environments. Decentraland, for DAS, for several different metaverse environments when we launch. This is gonna be cool. Get your mod memberships now if you don't already have it, because you want to have access to this. Thank you guys. See you later.